Okay, I'm back for a second, and sorry you guys aren't really seeing me on the camcorder. You are seeing me on the thing. The one thing about this recipe, and I'm going to try to get into the camera for both of you guys, is if you notice how much steam is escaping, and you might hear some water falling onto the stove, that's normal. If you watched my other dumpling video, I kind of talked about that. I have never, ever in my life been able to stop that from happening. Should you use a little less water? Probably, because, you know, when it goes up, they do have a tendency to do that. But I always make sure when I'm doing this that I'm watching the burner, because if the flame goes out on the burner, you need to quickly relight it to keep the water boiling. Now, using a little bit less water probably is something I should have done. You just kind of have to make make do with it. But whatever you do, do not take the lid off while this is processing, because if you do, it's going to ruin the dumplings. So I just wanted to bring that up. I'll be back in a bit to show you the ending of the dumplings and what they look like when they can come out. Okay, and I'm back. I'm sorry you guys on the camcorder are not really seeing me too much. I've got 28 seconds left of the 15-minute timer. What we're going to do is we're just going to check and see where these stand. And I probably, again, shouldn't have filled the pot nearly as full as I did. I've been using a lot of paper towels to kind of curb the leak. And like I said, this does make a huge mess on your stove, and if you're careful, you can kind of clean it. Okay. I'm just going to lift this off, and I can see that these are definitely going to need more time to cook. So I would suggest maybe not 15 minutes, and these did get big, and I'm just going to turn them a little bit. Yeah, I should have probably put half the amount of water that I put in. So I'm going to let these go. I'm going to let these go for about another 10 minutes. And I'm just going to let them keep boiling. And then when you bring them out, I'm not going to show you this part because they're very similar to how I did the other dumplings. I do have a dumpling cutter, and you guys would have to go back to the original dumpling video that I did. This is a dumpling cutter. I don't know if I would necessarily use it for yeast dumplings. For the harder dumplings, the dumpling cutter is really good. But when you pull these out, you're going to want to do it with a slotted spoon and fork. Drain as much water off of the dumplings, and then you're going to quickly cut the dumplings down the middle and then fork it all over the top to allow the steam to escape. Otherwise, what's going to happen is your dumplings will actually shrink when they hit the full air. So you're going to want to do that. I'll come back and I'll actually show you that in a bit, but I got to let this finish cooking. So I'll be back in a while. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Sorry you may not be seeing me on the camcorder. I'm going to try to angle you guys a little bit. The camcorder is a little bit wider than the thing. I've got 2 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead and check the dumplings really fast and see how they came out. Yeah, these look much better. They look almost cold. I'm going to take one of them out. I'm actually going to have to use the fork to do this. I'm going to put them on the cutting board. And like I said, what you want to do is you want to hurry up with the bread knife, is just slice them down the middle. And yeah, those are all the way cooked through. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fork them kind of like what you did with the with the Italian sausages. You want to fork them because otherwise they'll shrink. I gotta get the other one out. And he's a big guy, and I'm gonna do the same thing with him. I'm gonna hurry up and slice him down. I'm just looking to see. Yeah, he should be thoroughly cooked through. I'm just going to poke some holes in him. And to kind of show you guys what they look like, I'm going to start with the camcorder. And forgive me how this goes. Hopefully you can see that. That's what they should look like. Pardon me, Lacey. Okay, I'm going to put you down. I'm going to go grab the iPhone so you guys on the iPhone can see this. Your dumplings should look like that, and they should be totally cooked all the way through. Now what you want to do is you want to go ahead and slice them. But before you slice them, if you have another dumpling, and I do, I didn't, this one hasn't cooked yet, you want to put this one down. You want to make sure your water is still boiling and cover. And then we're going to cook this one for about 22 minutes. Not 40 minutes, 22. We'll do 23 minutes. Now, if you have a dumpling cutter, and I'm gonna try this. I'm not sure this is gonna come out good, but we'll see. This is gonna make really thin dumplings. And then, of course, I didn't set this up because I've been doing so much things. What you want to do is with a cutting board, not a cutting board, a cookie sheet, is just have these here. And yeah, these made thin dumplings, but they did cut. And I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to angle you guys over so you see what they did. Now, if you want. And I'm going to move you guys so you can see this. I will tell you this. This is probably the last time I'm going to do a dual recording on both the iPhone and the camcorder. I need to stop the videos for a second. I'll be right back. Oh, no I don't because it's not going to play the full song. So what I was going to say is now if you want more the restaurant quality dumplings, and you want them to be thicker, what you can do is you can, with a bread knife, is you can cut them any thickness that you want. There is no right way. If you want to make an inch thick or half an inch thick or however thick you want to do these. And they're not bad. They do taste like dumplings. Let me just take this one. I'm going to do the same thing that I did. Now, sometimes with the dumpling cutter, it can be a little bit trickier to do. Because you gotta go through. And of course, you don't want to break your dumpling cutter. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble going through this. There we go. Now it's cutting easier. Okay, and then again, you're just going to line them out here, and you're going to fully cool these. You're going to want these to be fully cool before you freeze them, and they will freeze beautifully. Like I said, with these type of dumplings, I'm sorry, I'm going to kind of move you over, and I'm going to try to angle you over here so you both can hear me. With these kind of dumplings, what you basically want to do after you freeze them, when you go to use them, is steam them. If you have a steaming basket, it would be perfect to put these in the steaming basket and allow these to steam. and they'll freshen up, and you can serve these however you want, with whatever you're making them with. If you're making them with pork or duck or goose. And in my household, I always like to have frozen dumplings throughout the year. And usually when I make dumplings, I make so much dumplings that I have enough for multiple meals. And that's what you want to do. I'm going to kind of show you, if you decide to not use the dumpling cutter, if you decide to use on your own, and I got to find where I put that. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to just cut it would help if I used the right thing. I'm just going to cut these a little bit thicker so you guys can see. If you do it by hand, now of course if you do them too thick, you're going to have a lot less dumplings. But this is about the size that a restaurant would probably serve, and I'm going to show you guys that. And again, like I said, you just want to kind of you want to allow these to fully cool. But that was the dumpling recipe. This is the yeast dumplings. So you've now seen two ways of doing dumplings. You've seen my grandmother's way. This is the yeast way. We'll get into more dumplings when I do like chicken and dumplings. That's a different version than this. But these are the Czechoslovakian yeast dumplings. You could serve these with pork, duck, turkey, chicken, goulashes, squitchkova, anything that's in a nice, rich gravy sauce. These are the type of dumplings that you would serve with that. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Tune in tomorrow for another Cooking with Joel video.